we were going to talk about, and Crystal was going to jump on and kind of share about that. And then I'm going to put together an action-based promotion if you guys want it. Okay, but if you don't think people will participate because maybe they're just not working right now because it's vacation time in everybody's minds, I don't want to put up a bunch of money for us to have 3 people do stuff. Okay, so Kaylee, you might talk a little bit about that, and then that might be something we roll out Monday after I kind of run it by my leaders and get more feedback, because the only person I've heard feedback from so far is Dina.
Okay, yeah. So basically the action-based challenge is you do your daily tasks and then you turn them in. I'm not sure if we're gonna do via a Google Doc or a Smartsheet yet, but you would have to turn them in daily, and then you would have to do a weekly Zoom. So if we started Monday, that would be just, I think, one week left. But you do your actions, and the person who does them the most consistently would be the top winner. They get the $1,000. If there's 2 top winners, then they split the $1,000, so on and so forth. And then maybe like top 5, top 10 gets either some swag or a free product or something of that sort. I think it would be really good for helping us get used to getting back in the groove. School's going to be starting soon. We're homeschooling, but we're still going to be on a very set schedule. So getting used to doing your daily tasks and being on a schedule, I think, would be good for pushing into August. So what do you guys think? I know we don't have a whole lot of people on here. Miss Dina, what are your thoughts?
I mean, can you hear me now? Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I was hoping I had good reception too. So I think what is important is that we get ourselves in a routine, even through this. For me as a teacher, it's always been tricky to do the transiting home all the time. And so every year I feel like, oh goodness, you know what? It should feel simpler because I know it's coming. But there's always a transition. And when you have the things solid that you're supposed to do each day, like your non-negotiables, which is something we had talked about in at XLC, the non-negotiables are the things you're going to do, whether it's summer, whether it's spring, whether it's a birthday, whether it's anything. You know, we do have some times where, yes, we unplug a little, and that's important to fill your cup, but you do want to make sure that the majority of the time you're plugged into those actions, rather than the majority of the time it's like the saying, you know, you can work this business part-time, but not sometimes, right? And another analogy I have is like the gym. Okay, if you decide you're going to work out because you know you're going to get the results at the gym that you're looking for, you would be better off to do 30 minutes a day consistently than you would to be doing 5 hours at the gym one day, because you're going to be so sore you're not able to do the work the next day. So it's kind of the same concept of not burning yourself out, but also understanding what's super important to be doing. Because if you reap what you sow with this business. So if right now you are having vacation time, great, you should have a vacation, but like be aware of how long that vacation is. Like, is it I took a quick trip with my family and I was unplugged, or is it I'm just not going to do anything for the month of July because it doesn't seem like most people are active. So I think it's good to have something to hold us accountable, because we do need to be working, and it's hard when people don't respond. But I'm telling you, I've had some hustlers on my team continuing to message people, and we're now with the sign messaging from the beginning of the month. So there's what you put in is what you get out. And I don't know if that answered your question, Kaylee, but I just went off on a tangent for a second.
Yes, no, I like it. I like it a lot. So yeah, I think it would be a great thing to help get people used to being on a schedule and doing, like Dean was talking about, your non-negotiables every day again. And yes, you can take a small, family vacation a few days. I took one this past week. My husband surprised me and it was great. But you got to get back to work when you get home. You can't just take a whole month off. Otherwise, the next month is going to be twice as hard. Since you did go to XLC, Dina, will you share some of your favorite points or tips or tricks or whatever they talked about?
Sure, yeah. And I've kind of shared a little bit throughout the week on different things with my own team on some of our team trainings. I think on Monday I also shared a little bit, but I was thinking what is different that I could share with you guys. The big thing, it kind of goes along with this whole making sure you have a schedule. One thing about this is that, you get to set your own pace. So they talked about that a lot at XLC, like you're the leader, you set the pace, right? Each person who comes into this is their own leader for their own business. So you get to set the pace for your business, and that's the beauty of it. But if you're wanting to have the results that you see Melissa have, or you're striving for bigger goals than just kind of helping people as they come along and hitting manager, or, everybody has their sweet spot with this that they want to do. Helping people and getting to manager every month is an amazing thing to do. So I'm not knocking being at a manager level or even a distributor level, still trying to get to manager, because I was there for a long time. And what I personally do every month is try to hit manager by myself. I just try to hit manager. So it's a fantastic building block for your business, and in setting the pace, just every month, try to hit manager. But when you want to go up the ranks, you have to bring people along with you. You need to get other people getting to manager each month. And those small building blocks that everybody's doing will equal to a bigger picture of that was used a couple different times in different speakers. It was funny because I bet they never even talked, but they had the same quote, and it was, "I'm willing to do what most people won't so that I can live like most people can't." And I thought, that is the true leadership part of this, is as you grow and have more responsibilities and more people on your team, you recognize that your daily activities affect your whole organization. And so you have to be willing to say, you know what, I don't feel like messaging 10 people right now, but I said I was doing it and I had my team do it, so I'm going to do it now too. So you have to get in that mindset of, why on earth am I doing all of that? Why we got started. It's really hard to stay motivated. And sometimes that's the trick, is okay, so I got started on this because I wanted to lose weight. Well, my why has changed over time. And now my why is, I realize this is way bigger than just me and my weight loss. This is helping other people get to their weight loss and their financial goals. And I've seen how Singular has filled the gaps for my family financially, that my goal is to be debt free. I'm doing this to help my family live a legacy of health. I'm doing this to help other people have a legacy of health for their family. I'm doing this to give more to my church and missions that I want to support. That when I wasn't making the extra income from Singular, I had less to dig deeper now. It gives me the fuel to live like most people can't. And another big quote that Curtis Call said that I love is, because it all goes back to, yes, okay, so I just told you my goal is bigger than myself. But if I'm not taking care of myself, I'm not going to take care of other people. So very well, I just won't have anything in the tank. So his quote was, you can't feed anybody. An empty pantry feeds no one. So you have your pantry, you want to give to others, you want to be able to help them, but you go into your energy stores and you've got nothing, is anyone going to benefit from that? No. So that goes beyond your physical, like taking the supplements, eating right. It also goes into what you fuel your mind with, because this is tricky to stay motivated without constantly giving yourself motivation from others and remember it. And what it doesn't mean, you're going to have to treat every single thing like I just said about the working out. Like, you can't say, okay, you know what, I'm really low on my mindset, so I'm going to spend a whole day reading every reset like that. But you're going to have to do more of the diligent, persistent, consistent things. Like, I am going to read for 15 minutes a day. Even 15 minutes a day is going to do so much better for your mindset than trying to carve out a whole hour. As a mom, I think we tend to try to say, I'll do that when the time fits with my schedule. And like, so I used to clean my house and love having my kitchen organized, but I would not organize my kitchen until I had a whole day to get everything done, because I wanted to pull it all out and put it all back in. That's how I used to clean. Please don't let me clean my whole kitchen and pull everything out and put it all back in. And so I just sit there feeling like a train wreck that nothing is being done. So instead, I implemented this thing called random acts of cleanliness, where I picked the thing that was the most bothersome, and I focused on that one thing to get it fixed, because that's what I had time for. So it's crazy, because that was a mindset shift for me. I didn't do it at all. And now I've learned look at where you're wanting to go quicker, because you have this mind block that I can't do it until it's perfect, until I have the time. That I've strived for progress over perfection. And so all of that has been from Singular, from Singular being something I wanted to prioritize in my life, but I had a busy life just like everybody. So I had to figure out, how do I make this work? What do I do? I had to change my mindset. I had to do some things. I had to cut out what I was wasting time on. And so you might want to just do like a little self-inventory, like look at how many hours a day you're spending on different things, and where could you put another 15 minutes for Singular, or for your self-care, or those kinds of things. So I don't want to keep going and harping on things, but like, that's just, for me, it's a mind, life happens. Like right now, I'm in the middle of Home Depot parking lot. My dad's at home getting ready to do pavers. I did stucco yesterday while we were on our meeting. So, I'm doing things that are real life. Like, I have a deadline to get that done, but I'm still incorporating Singular, because it gives us the time freedom to say, you know what, I need to do those daily activities, and I have a schedule, but if today I need to do it after my workout side, or if I need to get up earlier and do it, it allows for those schedule flexibilities. So that's another thing just to point out when you do when you're doing this challenge. Anytime Melissa or your leadership gives you something to do, it's not to say you must do it exactly the way I do it to be successful. No, you have to put in the effort, and you have to figure out how it works for you, or you're going to end up being bitter towards your leadership, thinking they're trying to force you to do something. Nobody's ever said that. Nobody said you have to do this at this time and it'll be perfect and it'll work. But you do have to make time for your business, because that's what a smart business person does.
Love it. Well, thank you, Dina, for jumping on and sharing. And yes, you're so right. You guys don't have to work the business 8 hours a day. It's easy to get caught up in answering messages and looking through every group chat and commenting or things like that. But the big thing is making sure that you're inviting people to the testimony page, that you're following up with your personal prospects, that you're reaching out when we have really great things like what we've got right now for a promotion going on. So just a reminder, there's 70 spots. It is for crystals levels 1 through 6. If somebody orders a Ignite or Ultimate, they get 2 boxes of the probiotics, 2-month supply. If they order a trio or a core, they get 1. So love this promotion. You know, probiotics are so good for your gut health. Anybody that's 3 years old and older should be taking a probiotic. It helps build your immune system. It helps keep your body healthy. It helps with even bacteria in your throat, in your nose, in your mouth, so that you don't have bad breath. So I love this, and I think it's fantastic. And Crystal's doing it for her levels 1 through 6, but I'm going to cover it for my 1 through 6. So if any of you guys are on my level 4, then your people and their people will qualify. So really excited for y'all. Thank you, Dina, for jumping on and sharing what you learned from XLC and how you're implementing it. And I saw Melissa Taylor talk about, you know, that she's had a hard time kind of making time for herself, and you know, making time, that she's had some other things going on. So, you know, if you guys want to sit down and make a new plan for your business, this is a great time to do it. Reach out to me. We can either text about it, we can call about it, we can do a Zoom about it, but let's put some plans together. Sometimes you just need some ideas and direction, so that when we get to where we don't believe in ourselves for a minute, then we can believe through somebody else speaking some ideas and things over us. So I love that. And Heather, yep, I'm the same way. So if you need some ideas, let me know so we can get back to that. And some of you guys do weekly chat calls with me. I think that helps so much. I know when I do my weekly chat call with Crystal, it really helps me with my focus. So I reached out to her today and I was like, hey, we haven't done a chat call in a while. I need to do one. And so a couple of great things. We have over 227 people signed up so far through my 1 through 4. That's fantastic. We've got over 3,100 subscriptions, which we're up almost 600 subscriptions this month compared to last. So that's fantastic. And that's even with people not getting their products on time, right? We've got a lot of things coming through. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think I got 6 boxes in yesterday, filling up my boxes from people that were behind. So that's great. We've got people starting to use the product and get results and share. So, and then we're going to be doing that action-based challenge, which is going to be, you know, giving people things for doing stuff like inviting to the testimony page, doing On My Way, signing up a kit, stuff like that. So be looking for that, because that's a great way for you guys to get some extra cash in your pocket, along with the Zoom contest we've already got. So way to go, everybody. Does anybody have any questions right now? Thank you all for being on. Thank you, MJ, for being on, and Leanne. Good to see you guys. And I'm just excited for today. It is Thursday, so let me know if you all have any questions or need anything. I'll go ahead and stop the recording.